Where was Elias? The emergency board meeting had started 10 minutes ago, the air thick with an unspoken dread that tasted like stale coffee and impending doom. My phone remained silent, his office door ajar, revealing an impeccably neat, yet unnervingly empty space. It was unlike him to be late, especially today, with the auditor's report looming like a guillotine. A cold seeped into my bones, a premonition that something far more sinister than tardiness was at play. My gut churned, a familiar panic starting to coil. The audit results hit like a physical blow. Millions, gone. Not just misallocated, but systematically siphoned, leaving our once thriving tech empire a hollowed-out shell. The meticulous, almost artistic, precision of the embezzlement pointed to only one person, Elias Thorne, my partner, my friend, the man I'd trusted with half my life and all my dreams. The realization was a venomous bite, turning my blood to ice. Betrayal, sharp and agonizing, tore through me. I spent weeks tracing his ghost, a frantic dance through digital breadcrumbs. Every lead dissolved into a dead end, every contact claimed ignorance. The man had vanished, leaving no trace but the colossal void in our finances and in my heart. The company was on the brink of collapse, employees laid off, their hopeful faces replaced by despair. Guilt gnawed at me, a constant, bitter companion. My empire, my legacy, crumbling around me, all because of him. One night, a cryptic email arrived, not from Elias, but from a shell corporation in Panama, detailing a series of illicit transactions Elias had executed. It wasn't an apology, but a meticulously documented taunt, proof of his calculated escape. He had anticipated my investigation, orchestrating a final, cruel twist of the knife. Rage, hot and blinding, surged through me, replacing the numbness. This wasn't just about money anymore, it was personal. I dedicated the next 2 years to becoming a shadow, an invisible predator. I learned about offshore accounts, digital forensics, and the dark web. My once vibrant office was now a war room, maps adorned with red strings, financial statements highlighted in neon. Sleep was a luxury I couldn't afford, fueled by black coffee and an insatiable thirst for justice. The man I was, the trusting dreamer, was dead, replaced by a relentless hunter. My break came from an unlikely source, a forgotten social media post from an old college acquaintance, geotagged to a private island resort in the Caribbean. A fleeting glimpse in the background, a man laughing by the pool, a distinctive scar above his left eyebrow. Elias. My heart pounded, a drumbeat of triumph and terror. He wasn't just hiding, he was flaunting his ill-gotten gains. The hunt was finally over. I arrived on the island under a false identity, a tourist with a seemingly carefree demeanor, but eyes that missed nothing. I watched him for days, observing his routine, his habits, the opulent life he'd built on the ashes of my dreams. He was unrecognizably relaxed, a stark contrast to the hollowed-out wreck I had become. The sight fueled my cold resolve, solidifying my purpose. He would pay for every single penny, every single sleepless night. My revenge began subtly, an insidious erosion of his new empire. Small, untraceable hacks into his resort systems, minor banking irregularities, whispers of his past to his new, influential associates. I wanted him to feel the slow burn of losing control, the same anxiety he'd inflicted on me. He started to look jumpy, his laughter less frequent, replaced by furtive glances over his shoulder. The fear I knew so well was starting to bloom in his eyes. The final act unfolded during a lavish gala he hosted. As he raised a toast, surrounded by his oblivious new friends, the resort's massive screen flickered to life, displaying irrefutable proof of his embezzlement, bank statements, shell company details, my own tearful plea from a year ago. The room fell silent, gasps echoing. His face, a mask of horror, was priceless. The illusion shattered, his new world collapsing around him. As the authorities swarmed in, Elias looked directly at me across the stunned crowd. There was no defiance, only a flicker of understanding, then pure, unadulterated terror. He knew I was the architect of his downfall. My mission was complete. I turned and walked away, the sweet taste of retribution on my tongue, leaving him to face the ruins of his stolen life. The company was gone, but my soul, finally, felt whole again. Justice, at last.